Dang. Hey, babes, and welcome back to the pajama party. Pajama party. Freaky pajama party. Hey, pajama party. Hey, look at that short action. Hey, look at it. Look at it. Hey! Hello, babes, and welcome back to A Pox Perspective with your rambling host, Victavia. I hope you guys have been well. I hope that everything's been hanging. Please tell me you had a great weekend, a great week until now. What have you been up to? It is another Saturday night, and we are vibing with the jammies and the popcorn. So, really, there is this song I'm feeling. It's called Arrived by Jesse. Just tell him I'm arrived, yeah. Took forever and a day, yeah. I ain't never had a feeling this good. Give me a reason. Bish, I wish you would. I said bish. Rewind the track back. You'll hear it. Bish, I wish you would. But really, hello, guys. I'm going to open this up a bit different. It is the season 1 finale. Yes, this is it. Let's give some claps. This is it. I feel excited, honestly. I feel stoked. I cannot believe that I finished up 10 episodes of anything. The editing, the time it takes to sit here. And I love it. I love all of it. Everything about it has made my heart warm and fuzzy. So for a few weeks or so, this is going to be the finale of season 1. But don't worry, because guess what? I've started thinking about things that I want to do for season 2, topics I want to cover, the whole shebang. It is going to be such a fun show. I really just wanted to start this off talking about the journey, how I got here. I don't know who's all kept up with every episode or if this is your first episode, but I was in Korea. I was going there to teach. I would have still been there now had I not got done wrong. And if you want to see those videos, it's down in the channel. It's a playlist called I Went to Suncheon, South Korea. But when I came back home, I was really sad. I was depressed. I cried a lot. I was heartbroken. I was crushed to have a dream job stripped away from me like that, and to be treated the way I was treated, like I wasn't even a person with valid feelings, like it was scary. It was honestly a little frustrating, and especially because I invested so much money, into this program and everything in between. But money is money. The Lord will provide more money. I felt like a failure. I felt like I kind of let my parents down. I felt like I had points to prove to everybody in my family by going, overseas. And really the biggest point I always had to prove was to myself. I knew it was something I wanted and I chased it, and so coming back home, and I first started off with face paint, and then I was like, man, it would be really nice to have a podcast, and I really feel like the Lord told me to do it, and at first I was a little apprehensive about what I wanted this to be, how I kind of wanted to set it up and tailor it. And even now, sometimes I question, like, well, did I say too much, or like, should I have not said that? Not to dwell on it too much, but I recently lost one of my friends because of some things that I said on the channel. They kind of felt wronged, and like I drug them through the mud, despite me purposefully bleeping out names and only like giving y'all the facts about what happened and how it made me feel. I just want to say I never try to get up here and be preachy or anything like that. I just really want to share things that I went through. I want to talk about things that are funny and goofy to me because I don't see a lot of that. And I've always wanted to see someone like myself on YouTube. And so I thought, well, if that's the case and if the Lord says so, then why not put your best foot forward, you know? And so it's been really fun. It's been hard, honestly, talking about some of the things that I've been through because I didn't let a lot go like I assumed I did. So dealing with those emotions all over again and really having to say it is okay and let it go and be like birds and bees in the wind, it has been challenging, but it has been great nevertheless. I plan on doing so much more on my channel in general. I kind of want to tell you guys about those things, and I kind of don't. I just want them to be surprises, but know that though the podcast is stopping for a little bit, content is still coming. You can check out my face paint videos. It's called Rambles and Makeup because with everything I do, you know, I ramble. That's just me. So I have that out. I have one cooking video out. I need to add more to it because that's something I want to get into. And I also have an ASMR drawing video up. It is quite lengthy and it is quite just a soothing video to relax you. But I also feel like I want to do more of that too. So that's just a few of the plans that I feel like is coming up that I want to tell you guys about because I really truly am excited for everything that is going to revolve around this channel. And I'm also going to cut really quickly. Me and Sugar Cookie have to record for a podcast. So sorry that you see me like doing cut-ins and outs. It's me trying to get ready for that and also record content for here. So I will be back after I give her my time and help her out with that. So stick around, guys. All right, babes, I am back. Like I said I would be. So once again, shameless promo, me and my bestie, Sugar Cookie, we have out a podcast called Two Girls with a Case. Basically, we want to talk about cases all over the world. Cases that are less known, cases that can sometimes be unsolved. Sometimes maybe they are solved and just less talked about. We also want to make them international cases. So it'll be cases from the USA. We just did one from Panama, which it should be up right now as I'm recording this. She took over. Next week, I'll be taking over. And so, yeah, you should go check it out while I am on hiatus from this podcast. But that is also another thing that, like, I am so excited about. Y'all, I've always, truly, the Lord has blessed me because I've always wanted a best friend I can do goofy things like this with and just explore and talk about, you know, cases and, you know, just to have input and to have somebody there with me, indulging in all my crazy antics and really valuing my feedback. This episode will probably be lighter, a little bit more goofy. I don't really plan on being before you long because I'm in a good mood and honestly, I'm soaking it all in. You know, this feels like a big victory for me. I left myself a memento in the real Bible stories, so I'll leave myself one here too because I'm extra like that. But you already know how I feel about you, beautiful one. You've worked hard and you came far. And though you've had to take some losses and though you've had to sacrifice some things, it has been worth it. And nobody can take this from you because you did what you said you wanted to do. Now we go higher. Now we push harder. And now we see what else we can achieve. That is my memento for myself, but also you guys as well, because really, let me be honest with you. A lot of people probably look at me and think that I'm a joke. They probably laugh about, you know, what I'm doing. I am starting my YouTube from small. Like, 20 people, and then some of them, majority of them, are family members. But I see the views growing, and even if it's just one view, if I can reach one person, if I can touch one heart, then I am down to talk to that one person and be like, hey, listen, as a Black woman, I've been through XYZ too. And so next season, that's kind of what I want to get a little bit more into. Talking about like my little quirks and just weird things that I've gotten into. And I guess just to, on one hand, expose just what kind of a weird, awkward person I am beautifully, and to see if other people has done it as well, because I'm not convinced I'm the only one anymore. Like, there has to be other people who react like this, you know. And I mean, if you're looking at this shirt and you're wondering what it is I got on, this is a Tokyo Revengers cosplay shirt. I realized that, like, I have the same jammies on tonight as another episode, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't really in the mood to go scavenger hunting for things, and I consider this pajamas. I sleep in this. My mom worked very hard to make this for me, so I would definitely sleep in this. So I wanted to tell y'all about the funniest rant, or I guess the funniest thing that happens to me, because I kind of just want to see if I'm the only one who does this. So I like to game. I like to game a lot. I'm pretty sure I've stated that. One of my favorite games is, yes, it's a 5 versus 5 player game. It's called Mobile Legends. Don't come for me. I love that game. I really love it because when I was first introduced to it, I was going through like a breakup and I really needed something to distract myself. But then I realized I kind of liked killing off other teams. Like, I like destroying things. I like destroying turrets. I like using my magic and taking down like 5 or 6 people, you know, what have you. I do not like when I get a team that does not help me. Please tell me I'm not the only one. I cannot carry everybody. Some games I'm not good enough to carry myself. I need to be carried, okay? So if you're sitting there and you're gonna watch them kill me and then complain, what are we even playing for? Or like, if you're gonna tell me like gather, and then I go and gather with you and you let them kill me, why? Why did you waste my time? I could have been in my lane, in my turret, just playing by myself. I could have just been wicked, having a blast, killing off the minions. Y'all, it presses me when I go to play that game and like my team doesn't want to help, or like they blame each other, or one of them gets mad and they don't want to help the rest of the team. So we are out here getting mollywopped and slaughtered by a girl turning us into bunnies because you decided you don't want to come help us. Like, I know I'm not the only one who gets mad about that. And then, oh man, the trash talking. I hate Mobile Legends. Listen, I don't think they're ever going to listen to this, but if you do, you really need to do better about your systems, okay? Because there should be no reason that white people or any other people get to say the N word with the ERS at the end, but then when I come through and call somebody a fool, I got to get muted for 5 minutes. I just don't understand it. It's not fair. I don't like the fact that, like, when you play the game, if you get like no kills, but you keep getting killed because your teammates don't help you, and then they blame you for the game. And if it's a whole team of people, they report you for their lack of helping you, and then you getting a strike because they have a vendetta against you, when all along it was the fact that they were not helping you. Told you, I have rages, and I refuse to believe that I am here by myself with this. It's just wrong, y'all. It's wrong. Like, I love Mobile Legends, but I have to play it in waves. I have to play, then stop, and then like a week later go back, because my anxiety gets through the roof. I get mad. I want to trash talk, but every time I trash talk, I die early in the games, and I hate like when the other team trash talks to me and they beat me up anyways. You know, my biggest victories is when they trash talking at the end, I can say easy and just go about my day. Or I love like when I get an MVP, even if I lose, because I'm like, you have to acknowledge that I was the one busting and carrying the teams. Okay, like I did that. But sometimes I just get hasty. Like, If I'm playing and I'm in the mode and I'm thinking I could take on 5 people, I will rush in like a dummy and try to take on all 5 of them people, not realizing if you get stunned or if you set yourself up in the lion's den, you're gonna get slaughtered. Like, I'm telling y'all, my patience, I need to work on that. I need to work on my anger, because when I get angry and anxious, that's when I jump in battles and get my butt beat. So, I mean, obviously, I just need to quit while I'm ahead. But logically, if I'm calm, if I'm collective, if I'm zoned right, then the game is fun. Sometimes. Now, sometimes the zone can get blown because people just ain't right. But I just want to know, am I the only one like that? Like, I don't really know if a lot of people really... I mean, every time I see like some YouTubers talk about or like endorse these games, they're always like, I know, you're not supposed to play those games. And I'm like, I don't know, why not? Because those games are some of the funnest games ever. My favorite character on Mobile Legends, her name is Lilia. She's a little Maj, and she makes like these big bubbles and stuff, and like monster bubbles, and you know, you can, if you swirl it and connect 3, it'll be like a big explosion. I just love it. I love it. I love that she can jump back and like get her health restored. It is very effective if you have stacked kills. If not, she's a little slow and like she gets her butt handed to her a lot. Either her or Layla, because I don't care what nobody say about Layla, but that girl in that gun, okay, she's a little bit OP, because whoo, I've taken some people out with Layla. But like I said, I just wanted to see if I was the only... I want to know, am I the only one like that? Like, am I the crazy one? Is it me? Because sometimes these people be making me want to start a riot. Like, I wished I could stick my hand through a phone and grab a neck and ring it, because how dare you set me up for failure? Like, we are all trying to level up. We are all trying to get stars. I don't really like playing like below the gold levels, like the legends, because they don't really help you in epic and elite. And then when you get up there, they be trash talking like, you belong in epic or you belong in elite. No, I belong here. Obviously, I'm up here for a reason. Ugh. Anywho, that tangent became a whole lot longer than I expected. But I just wanted to see, was I the only one? So now we're gonna move on from me talking about my game to, well, until this loads up, I guess. Let me see, what else can I tell y'all about. There is this book that I would love to read again for you guys. I'm probably gonna read a few more pages out of it tonight and then put it up from the Black History book. I want to read over it some more myself, but it's just so much information in there. It kind of just makes my head a little crazy because, oh man, let me see. What? Y'all, this is about to be a thing. Hang on. No, it's not. Thank God. I remember passwords, because this is about to be a night, y'all. And I didn't want to have to... I don't want y'all to have to see me like that. I just raged about this game. So we're going to talk about 3 more successful Black women. Now, I will say, these ladies, I did not know this much about them. One of them, I heard her name in passing, but I really did not know her until, like, I watched this documentary on her, and then I went and I researched some more about her. But the first lady we are going to talk about, her name is Althea Gibson. She was born on August 25th, 1927. She died September 28th, 2003. So the reason why I want to talk about this lady is because she was the first African American female tennis player. And that's just so amazing to me. I love it so much. What is going on with this page? Oh my goodness. She was the first black player to win Wimbledon. That is impressive. We love that. We love that so much. Um I y'all, so I tried to play tennis when I was in high school. I'm gonna be shameless and admit it. I was in it for the skirts, for the shorts, okay? Soccer players was playing right beside the tennis court, and I was being a little hot mama, you know what I'm saying? But then I really thought I could be a Serena until my parents came and watched one match that I played, and it was just, we not gonna even bring that up to them because they they are still mad at me that they made that trip out there for that foolery. But I will say, to myself, I was really playing. Like, I was giving it all I got, and obviously I was not. Um, ooh, she received the Venus Rosewater dish from Queen Elizabeth II. What? She's from Harlem. Okay, I love that. So what? After all of this, let me read y'all this paragraph. It says, but the following day, the illusion that the new queen of tennis had ushered in a chapter of racial equity shattered. When Miss Gibson arrived in the Chicago suburb for her next tournament, she was refused a room at all of the upscale hotels, one of which also rejected a request to book a luncheon in her honor. So they was really mad because this black woman was out here doing her thing like always, and they wanted to be jerks about it, which I don't understand why people are like this, because if somebody is good and gifted at what they do, regardless of their skin color, you as a person should acknowledge them. We all have different talents and different things that make us ourselves. So to have people rain on your parade because of the color of your skin, like, it is just not fair. Every other person, every other race, gets to glow or have their own things. Like, why can't we be successful? And I'm not saying that it's still like that. I recognize that every race has their good and every race has their bad. It just seems like black people gets the short end of the stick most of the time. Even apparently, it says that Lou Hold, the Wimbledon's men's singles champion, had danced with Gibson the night before, like before she went back home. And people were mad at him because he was dancing with a colored woman. Like, she was beautiful and you weren't. Get over it. So I guess you could say Miss Athea paved the way for tennis. I love it. I love to see it. She still got honored anyway. And then apparently there is a street in Harlem with her name on it. And oh man, she struggled with poverty when she moved to Harlem. It says, making matters worse, her family wound up on 143rd Street, which bordered what was known as the Lung Block, because the death rate for tuberculosis among residents there was twice that of other Manhattan neighborhoods, according to the 1939 New York City Guide. It's sad, man, because reading over all of this, man, Harlem was a rough street. Okay? Harlem was a rough street. Althea had it hard. But here, look. She loved to sing and play the saxophone and routinely played hooky to attend the performances there. In 1943, she won the second prize in a vocal competition on the Apollo stage. But instead of a week of singing engagements there, which she had been promised, Althea was awarded a prize of $10. I couldn't complain, Miss Gibson wrote in her autobiography. That $10 bought a mess of fried chicken, collard greens, and root beer. We love it. I love that she can make jokes like this regardless of what was going on, because I would have had it. I would have had it. All this success, and that's what you want to do to me? Althea, may you rest in peace. But just know, I am proud of her because she was the first Black woman to win Wimbledon. Like, that is incredible, y'all. That is inspiring. So the next lady we're going to go to, if I can find her, I got to look it up on here so I can make sure that I'm seeing the right things and telling y'all the right things. This helps me stay on track. So this second lady, she is still alive. Her name is Angela Davis. She was born, she was born January 6, 1944. Now, I remember I can't quite remember what show I was watching, but it was one that was talking about like the statistics and like, I think it was called like 13th Amendment or something like that. And it was talking about different public figures we had. Angela Davis was one. Apparently she fled the country, and I just don't understand why she had to go through that. You know, like, she shouldn't have had to go through that. But she was a part of the Black Panthers. She worked, she co-founded Critical Resistance, an organization working to abolish the prison industrial complex. They tried to prosecute her for murder. She was a professor at the University of California, Los Angeles from 69 to 70. And if I'm not mistaken, she was the one who she represented herself. Yeah, she represented herself. And yeah, she ended up in Cuba. She was a part of a communist party there. Then she went to the Soviet Union. She went to East Germany. She went to she visited so many people. Y'all, I love Angela because when I watched a movie, and even when I first looked at her, I saw her fro. Her afro was what did it for me, because I remember rocking my fro. I can't really do it as much now, but man, that fro is powerful. Like, to be, and not only that, but as a woman, a Black woman, to go in a courtroom with your natural hair, set up by yourself looking all pretty, but you're also educated. Like, you can also speak about hard things. Like, you can also go through the tough things, the tough hands that you were dealt, while still fighting for justice, while still fighting for other people, while being completely innocent and, you know, being untouchable. I really just love that she did not let all of the backlash and all of the, you know, the negativity from the police and from other people, like, keep her down. She continued to push. She continued to fight for women and for equality of black people, you know, for the prisoners. She was all about her people. And I feel like we just need more people like that, you know, because it's hard out here. It's hard out here going through things by yourself, and you need somebody to have your back, you know? And oh, she even got awarded the Lenin Peace Prize. I love it. She has her doctoral. She's just, man, it's amazing. Just to highlight a few things about her, I don't want to stay too long on her. The last person we're gonna talk about is a woman named Frances Fanny Barrier Williams. So she was born February 12th, 1855 in Pennsylvania. No. She was born in New York. She died on March 4th. Do you mind? She died on March 4th, 1944. She was 89, y'all. 89. I want to live to see 100, okay? I really do. And the fact that these people get so close to it, I love it. She was one of few black families where she lived at in Brockport. Her family was well up there, so they didn't really have a lot of discrimination. She was the first African American to graduate from Brockport State Normal School, which is now Sunny College at Brockport. She graduated in 1870. She studied piano in Boston, Massachusetts, but they told her to leave because she was black. They became activists and reformers after she met her husband in Washington, D.C. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, she joined the Illinois Women's Alliance, becoming vice president in 1889. She talked about like women's suffrage, equality for black women being able to vote. She helped found the National Association of Colored Women in 1896. She helped found the National League of Colored Women in 1893. She created the National Federation of Afro-American Women with Mary Church Terrell in 1895. She was a co-founder of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in 1909. In 1894, she was the first black woman nominated to join the Chicago's Women's Club and was inducted as a member in 1896. She became the first and only black American woman to be named to the Chicago Library Board. One of her speeches was the intellectual progress of the colored women of the United States since the Emancipation Proclamation, May 18th, 1893. I am in love with this lady because to me, it's like when you don't go through something, it's easy for you to turn like the other cheek and not get involved. You know, she could have easily been like, well, my family ain't got to deal with this, so I'm not going to go and, you know, be bothered with these people. But she was truly about all her people's business. Like, she wanted to help. She wanted to make a change, to make a difference. Like, I love to see women hype up other women. So to even see her so involved with like women's associations and doing things for black women, it just makes me soft, man, because we really need that. We need black women to love black women. That's something that me and my cousin talk about all the time. Like, Black women should love black women. Black women should love white women. Black women should love Hispanic women, you know, but we need to be here for each other. We need to take care of each other. And I just love to see it, guys. So that was just a little bit of history. I wanted to tell you about those three women. My plan is to start talking about other women of color who are less known about and less talked about, not necessarily just African American women, because even though this is a POC's perspective, like, I want this to be a podcast for every person of color. And excuse me, even if you are not a person of color, you are still welcome here. I just want to educate the world about, you know, people of color more, because I feel like we don't see that. And a lot of things that I learned and I've learned here recently is stuff I was not taught in school. So I am all down for talking about it and, you know, educating my people, because knowledge is wealth. And you need knowledge to be wealthy, because why not? Why wouldn't you want to have that? So with that being said, guys, thank you really so much for all the views. Thank you for the support. Thank you for rocking it out and listening to me with all my crazy rants and my ideas, and even just my rambles that are sometimes off the wall. I promise that I will have more funny stories. I plan on it. Hands down, plan on it. I love the cheese made that I get to put on this channel, you know, and I really just love thinking that I helped brighten somebody's day up. I helped give a laugh. I helped put a smile on somebody's face. Maybe I helped change your thinking, or maybe I just help you add value back to yourself. To every person listening in and watching this, know that you're beautiful. Know that you're loved. Know that you're seen. And this is just the beginning for us, babes, okay? Mark my words. We're going to do great things together. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment what you would like to hear on the next episodes. Please ring that bell for more notifications from me. If you would like to see all the other content I post, I do face paints. I do dances on TikTok. I do a Wednesday wellness on TikTok. And I do other crazy things on YouTube. So why not check it out? But until next time, guys, the Lord love you. The Lord bless you. And I love you as well. Have a great night, guys, and the best of weeks to come. Goodbye.